Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Marvel Future Fight. And today, as kind of a little while the other day, we did a video just kind of about all the new stuff in the update. And today we're gonna start going over all of the new characters that came out in that update. Today we're starting off with the first guy that we got. Today we're gonna be taking a look at Gorgon, and now I gotta scroll all the way down here to find him. He's down here somewhere. Oop, there he is. Alrighty, so we got Gorgon. At the moment, he's the only one of the new characters that we've gotten so far. I'm close on a couple. Like yesterday, I was playing to try to get Karnak, as you can see. I was one short through the Unlimited, and we're also very close on Inferno. Only 3 more biometrics, and then we'll get him. Excuse me. And then we've got 3 other characters to get. They're all blast type characters, and you know, it's been so stupid. I've been doing the free draws, hoping to get some blast biometrics to get the characters. And since the update has been out, I have not pulled any blast characters out of the free draw, which absolutely stinks. All I've gotten is combat and 1 universal, which absolutely stinks. But of course, that's the reason why I've got Gorgon up to a 2-star. At the moment, though, I haven't leveled him up at all yet. We're gonna do that kind of right now, but I just kind of wanted to try to get him as basic of stats as I could get him to. Though it also kind of sucks because I wanted to unlock the character on camera on that, but when I did do one of those daily draws, when I opened it up, I actually got Gorgon the character, so it unlocked him immediately. And I didn't get to do the opening, because you kind of get to see some extra stuff when you first unlock the character, so I'd hoped to show that, but the game unfortunately unlocked the character for me, so we're not going to get to see that. However, we still get to see the character. Sounds like he's going to be I'm kind of excited to see what he's going to be like, so I kind of did a bit of a Google search on him before I did this video. And he sounds like he is a really, really strong dude. So before we get into the stats, and I just kind of want to tell you a little bit about the character. It was only a quick Google search. I just kind of read a little bit about him just to get the gist of the character. And basically, so Gorgon is a member of the Inhuman royal family. And like I said, this guy is freakishly strong. Not in upper body strength, but lower body strength. Like, you look at his legs there, he's got goat legs or donkey legs. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one it is, but he's got animal legs, and they are freakishly strong. Like I said, when I did the search, I only found a little bit on him, so I can't relay too much to you guys. But basically, if this guy, his legs are so strong. Oops, I bumped the mic. His legs are so strong that if he stomps the ground, there are shockwaves going everywhere. It is unrealistic how strong. Those legs don't look very muscular, do they? But apparently they're super, super strong. And one story I did get to read a little bit on him. There was one time Gorgon was sent by the at the time ruler of the Inhumans, Maximus, who's not the ruler of Black Bolt, but at the time Maximus was in charge of the Inhumans, and he sent Gorgon to find Medusa and bring her back to Atlan. And so when he was out looking, Gorgon found Medusa at the Baxter building, which if you don't know, that is the base of the Fantastic Four. And when he went to get her, instead of going up the stairs, he walked up the side of the building. He just, not all hands and legs, he walked up the side of the building. That's my understanding of it, is he just with his legs just walked up the side of the building. And that is freakish. How? Those legs don't look like they could do that. It sounds like he's so freakishly strong, and they were saying, from what I read, if he kicks you with those legs, you're gonna get hurt, and unless you're super tough, if you're just probably an average person, if this guy kicks you full force, you're screwed. You're dead. You know, say your prayers in the few seconds that you have. Sounds like he is freakishly strong. I'm expecting to see I'm gonna guess he's gonna use his mace here because he has it. When I was reading, I didn't read anything about the mace, so I don't know anything about that. But I'm expecting there to be some stomps and there's gonna be some crater, kind of have the animation where it kind of creates a crater in the ground. I'm gonna suspect a lot of his attacks are gonna if not all of them, a lot of them are gonna have that, and I'm just excited to see, because I'm expecting some pretty strong attacks. It's not surprising that he's a combat character after reading about him. But speaking of his class in that, let's start going over the stats. As I mentioned, he is a combat character. This is the rank 2 level 1 version. I'm gonna level him up in a minute here, but it's currently level 1. Physical attack 40. Yeah, again, really low stats here, but physical attack 40, physical defense 25, energy defense 18, health 200 and I almost said 2,230. He's got one ability which is called Strong, which applies to self, increases by 3% of physical attack, or increase, I'm going to assume it means increases the physical attack by 3%. Here are kind of the more in-depth details about him. I'm not gonna go over this all right now because it's a lot to go over. But if you want to read it over, by all means, pause the video briefly and do so. But basically, as as I mentioned, combat class, species, it says human, but really should be inhuman, just because he's also part goat, or he's like a centaur, I'm not sure. Shouldn't be inhuman, at least in my opinion. Gender male, side superhero, and we already looked at that ability, so we won't do that again. But next, let's go take a look at the gear. First up is Gorgon's leg. Not surprising there. Ups physical attack. Next is Steel Headband. Ups physical defense. War Mace ups critical rate. And Inhuman Genes ups health. And of course, these are all freakishly low stats. Because, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and level them up. I've got so many of these XP chips, I really need to just go through and use a whole bunch. Like, there's one day I did, and I think that's when I got my Hulkbuster up to max. Like, I just decided just to use a whole bunch and just get it over and done with and whatnot. But of course now, all the stats have gone up, so let's go over this stuff again. As Gorgon's leg also ups energy attack and all-around attack. The Steel Headband ups physical defense. War Mace ups dodge and recovery rate, and the Inhuman Genes up attack speed. And of course, more things will be added to them, of course, as you level them up and rank them up and whatnot. And then also, as you can see, his stats have gone up significantly from his basic stats, which of course, in a way, that is a good thing to see. Kind of how he starts off solo, and by putting him up, it definitely does put his stats up a lot. But what else we got here? Uniforms, only one uniform at the moment. So let's go ahead and look at skills now. First up is Storming Party. It's a physical damage, 88% of a physical attack, additional 142 physical damage. Next is Mace Throw. Looks like so far there's a lot with the mace. Kind of surprising, but it applies to enemies stunned for 3 seconds. That's good. Physical damage, 146% of physical attack, additional 142 physical damage. Next is War Cry. Applies to self, increased damage dealt to supervillain type characters by 5% for 10 seconds. Increased by plus 10% of all defenses for 10 seconds. Next is the 4-star passive ability called Reckless Rush. Applies to self, increases all speeds by 7%. Next is the 5-star ability Seismic Shocks. Applies to enemies, decreases all speeds by 5% for 5 seconds. Physical damage, 163% of physical damage, additional 142 physical damage. Next is War Stomp, applied to enemies, bind for 3 seconds, not blind. Physical damage, 132% of physical attack, additional 142 physical damage. We've got the character advancement ability called High Horse Warrior. Applies to self, decreases all damage received by 15%, increases skill damage by 20%, and increases bonus damage by 15%. And last but not least is the leader ability called Upliftment. Applies to all allies, increases by 7.5% of physical attack. So sounds like there's a lot with the mace, though. This one here, Seismic Shocks and War Stomp, those are going to be smashing down. Though it looks like these first few are the first two that we're going to get to see actually in battle. Their attacks with his mace. So kind of looks like they kind of spread it out 50-50 between the mace and the stomping and the hooves and whatnot. But from reading about him, I'd say I would have liked to have seen more done with the hooves. Before I actually go, I just want to take a quick one closer look at him. He looks very cool. To me, he seems like something that would be, he could be something like in Percy Jackson, because he kind of fits into that kind of whole theme, or kind of like the, the mythology kind of theme, but he's got a bit more of a modern twist, like that mace, and that looks kind of a bit more high tech than or you'd find in stories. But then again, they have all like magical powers or all the magical, oh shoot, what do you call them? Magical objects and stuff like that, like Poseidon's trident and Zeus's lightning bolt and all that kind of stuff. So he looks like he would fit in there, but I'm excited to see what he can do. He definitely looks like he could be a powerful character, so with that, let's go ahead and take a look at his skills in the skill preview so we can see all of his attacks. And I do say this every episode, but I'm going to say it again. Of course, in the skill preview, we don't get a good feel of what the character actually is like in battle. Here we get to see what his attacks look like. So after this, we're going to take him into battle and just kind of see what it feels like, kind of his basic attacks. And the first couple attacks we're going to get to see. We're not going to get to see all of his attacks right off the bat in battle, because of course we've only unlocked the first two. But at least here we'll get to see them, and then I'll tell you what it feels like in battle, just to kind of see, or kind of give my opinion as to whether or not he's a good character to go with. But let's go ahead. I'm just going to say this on his basic attack. I'm going to assume, my guess is going to be he's going to go in with, I'm going to say this, if I guess somehow get this right, it's purely by chance. I haven't seen anything about him yet. My guess is going to be his basic attack. He's going to go in with a hoof kick and then start swinging the mace. That's my guess. I haven't seen it yet, but that's my guess. So let's go ahead and see. No, just swinging with the mace. So no hoof kick, just swinging up the mace. That's not too surprising. I'd say it's overall, it's a pretty basic attack, or like a common style for the basic attack. So yeah, no real surprise there, but it does look like it feels strong. You know, I mean, the mace definitely feels like it'd be heavy, and this guy's a pretty strong guy, so it does feel would be a strong attack. But of course, you know, we won't really get to see that until we get into battle, but just kind of first impressions, it does look like it would do some decent damage. So let's go ahead and take a look at his first ability. This one's going to be using the mace. Ooh, let's try that one more time. So there are some kicks involved in there. It's kind of hard to see. So looks like he kind of leaps by, swings. He swings back with the mace, and then he kicks, and then he swings the mace again. So it's like one, kick, and then he slams down with the mace. So it looked like when I had them in a group of three here, it looked like he hit all of them. So I'm guessing he's kind of swinging and punching and kicking kind of in all directions. And then he delivers the kick and then the smash down again. So that one I do actually like that. Like it's kind of at first it's kind of hard to see see what he's doing there at the beginning, but I actually do like that attack. I'd say I actually do really like that attack. So that one I'm excited to have. But let's go ahead and do the second attack now. So far, good. So far, I'd say just for the basic attack and the first attack, I like the guy. Actually, this is one that I would actually consider ranking up a bit. Like, I've got a whole bunch of rank up tickets. Like, you saw how many the XP chips I have. Like, I need to start using those. I need to start using my rank up stuff, and I need to go through my inventory and use a whole bunch of stuff, because I'm just getting notifications constantly that my inventory is full. So I just need to go through and just use a whole bunch of stuff. But that's for another day. So back on this. Let's go and use his second attack now. Ooh, that's cool. So, leap. So, oh, that's cool. I like that one. So, he kind of does like not so much like a flying kick, but like a drop, not even a drop kick. He leaps up and kicks him. So, yeah, kind of a flying kick, but he goes back really far. And then he throws his mace kind of like Thor throws Mjolnir. For some reason, that was really hard to say. Thor throws Mjolnir. Mjolnir is hard enough to say, but Thor throws... Yeah. Anyway, off track again. So I do like that one. I haven't seen any kicks like that, and in movies and that, I don't know. In movies, I always like seeing guys who do kicks like that, so I actually really like that attack. So far, just first couple attacks, I really like this guy. Next, we're going to do the third attack. We're going to go over here. I'm pretty sure this is just a passive ability one, so it's not going to do any damage. So let's go just ahead and use this. Yeah, so no damage done there. He just kind of roars, kind of like everybody else. So that, just kind of like I'm powering up and whatnot. So pretty basic, nothing spectacular. Just like the common boost, power up, roar, or whatever you want to call it that you usually get. On to the fourth attack now. This one, we're getting in with the stomps. What was this? Stomp shocks? or something like that. I forget the exact name. I think it was something like Stomp Shocks. I know the last one I think is War Stomp. Shit, I forget what 4 is, but I forget the name of it. But we're gonna go do it anyway. I'm gonna by the name. I remember being something like Stomp Shocks. So I'm expecting like he's gonna like jump up, smash down, and then be like a crater or something like that. I hope to see something like that. So let's go ahead. 4th attack. No, so just he kind of goes up, but it's just the 1 foot smashes down, and it's kind of nice. It kind of the crater doesn't just stay in one spot. It kind of moves forward, kind of like a forward shockwave. Who else have we seen do that? Daisy Johnson. Some of her attacks do that as well, just kind of the stomp, and then it kind of goes forward, so that is nice. And of course, like I said, you know, not surprising, there are the craters being shown for this guy. But let's go last attack, the 5th attack, last but not least. This one, just by the attack, this one he's gonna jump up. This one he's got to do like a full jump up and just stomp down. That's my guess. So let's go ahead, 5th attack now. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, whoa. That was a big jump. Okay, let's bring everybody together. I want to get all these guys together, like all get a nice bunch. But yeah, so finally I was right about 1. He does leap up, but just ginormous crater, and look at how the radius of this thing. That is absolutely ginormous. I love that attack. I can't wait to get that one. That's the 6-star ability. It's so far away, but. Yeah, I actually, I really like this attack. I like this guy in general. Like, you know, like, I mean, like the 3rd attack, you know, general, you know, power up, whatever, that's normal. But the rest of them, they're all unique attacks. Like, there's stuff in here that I haven't seen in other characters, which I actually really like, especially like this kick. I haven't seen anybody do that. Even his 1st attack is very unique. All of his attacks really are quite unique. I love this one. Like, this is just the 5th attack. That is absolutely awesome. So, first impressions without taking him into battle, that just off of here, I love this guy. Like, I'm actually really surprised. Like, out of all the new guys, he was probably one I wasn't too he was one I wasn't very excited about just by appearance and that. But now actually having, like, seen his attacks and that, I'm actually really excited about this guy. So let's go take the battle. We're only going to get to take a look at, see his first 2 attacks in battle, but we'll get to see kind of what kind of damage he can do, and I'm just super excited. Like, I'm kind of surprised that I like him, this much. I was not expecting that. Go into battle here. We go into the basic, missions here. Big title, that's weird. Let's go. Let's fight Bullseye. Level-wise, these guys should be fine, right? Yeah, we should be fine with that. So, we gotta edit our team here. Bring in Gorgon. But yeah, like, in a way, I'm surprised that I actually like him this much. I was not expecting that. Swap out Thor Jane Foster. Bring in Gorgon. And away we go. But yeah, like, I like it. He's a very unique character. Like, and attacks in that, I do like him. I guess even appearance-wise, you know, he's part goat. I'm just gonna say it's goat. If it's something else, if you know what he's actually part animal of, let me know in the comments below. I should have looked that up. I didn't look that up. But yeah, I mean, appearance-wise, he is definitely unique. Still kind of got like the basic kind of warrior outfit that you see in a lot of guys, but he still has some uniqueness for himself. And oh, enemy shifter arrived. But even just his general attacks and that, he is unique, and I very much so like this guy. So let's go ahead and start beating up the hand. Yeah, so yes, these guys are a couple levels lower than us, but not that much lower. So I'd say this guy's good so far. Like, he's taking him out in a couple swings, which is nice. You know, I didn't want to go too low on level. I want to try and get a roughly even matchup here. Let's go ahead and use an attack here. But yeah, I'd say this guy's actually really strong. Like, he's even got like a decent range on his attacks. Who am I missing? Did I miss some guy? Oh, one guy thought he got out of there all right, but he didn't. But yeah, I'm actually really liking this guy. Like, he feels powerful. He feels right. Using him, you know, like, you kind of get like that mental feeling when, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but you know, like, you get that mental feeling when you're using characters. Like, oh, this feels right, and I'm gonna use him. And for me, that Gorgon feels right. So I'm actually really wow. So throwing his mace took out a guy. So he took one guy out with a kick, and then took out another guy with the mace. So that second attack is actually really good. Yeah, yeah, just first impressions on the character. Oops, oh, we gotta take some guys out here. But first impressions on the character, I like him. I would actually highly recommend getting Gorgon. I definitely say he's one of the easier ones to get. We're bringing Black Bolt here. He's definitely one of the easier ones to get, just because he's the only combat class, and I've just been pulling straight combats out of the free pulls and that, so he should be pretty easy to get. But yeah, I'd say I like it. If you can get him, I definitely recommend getting him. I'm surprised actually that I like Gorgon. This was one I was just kind of like, oh, you know, like in a way, like yesterday, I could have done this video yesterday. I was a bit lazy yesterday, to be honest. But you know, it's just kind of like, you know, I wasn't super excited about doing his review. You know, I'm waiting for some of the characters that I don't have unlocked yet. I'm waiting for them to do, or I'm waiting for those videos. But Gorgon has pleasantly surprised me. Yeah, so if I can say, if you can get Gorgon, get him. I'm gonna work on ranking him up. I really want to unlock those higher attacks, especially number 4, or especially number 5, the 6-star ability. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like it's the 5th attack, but it's the 6-star ability. Anyway, that's really confusing. But anyway, I really want to get that one. That one looks like it would be beast in battle. So yeah, overall, like I said, first impressions, Gorgon, great. I actually really like this guy. So yeah, you know, I'm gonna, instead of just saying that over and over and over again, I'm gonna say thanks for watching. That was Gorgon in Marvel Future Fight. If you liked the video, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Also, let me know what you think about Gorgon and any other new characters in the comments below. Also, stay tuned for the rest of the character reviews coming out shortly. As you can see, we're one biometric away on Karnak, and only a couple away on Inferno. And my plan is actually, after this video, to go unlock at least Karnak and possibly even Inferno. So those 2 videos should be coming out shortly. And I hope that the videos on the other 3 will also be coming out shortly. Once I get Karnak and Inferno unlocked, I'll be working on the other 3, and hopefully I can pull some blast biometrics out of the daily pull, or out of the free pull, to make that a lot easier. But yeah, you can stay tuned for those videos, possibly even coming up later today. But yeah, and also if you like this kind of stuff and you like what I'm telling you is gonna be coming out, feel free to subscribe to the channel. We got lots of this coming out all the time. And also, yeah, there we go. Last but not least, you can also check us out on Facebook at Mr. Smiley Coat, right there in the bottom right corner of your screen. I don't post on there very often, but I'm gonna try and get back into that, posting again. I've actually got an event. I'm not gonna give anything away yet. It's still a ways away, but I've got an event that I'm planning for in the near future, I guess you could say. That'll definitely involve Facebook a lot. So if you want to look us up on Facebook, you can definitely go ahead and do that. And yeah, I guess that is about it. So once again, Gorgon in Marvel Future Fight. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.